matchbox. Had the rain stopped and the blood in the streets not been washed off, the bus they painted green would have brightened our eyes, and no one would have been so simple as to become a vagabond like me. Like me, who dismounted from Iran. Everyone's over here, making announcements over there, by the BBC, and waiting for the radio switched on in the bus to mount us. Like matchsticks, thrown higgledy-piggledy in the box, some standing and some grown used to their seats, waiting on a Noah steer that won't reach land. All carry a bomb on their head, but waiting for the next match to catch fire like matches from Tabriz or Isfahan, that's not half the world. To call a halt to a driver who is not behind the wheel. London's rain gives no respite. The bus is a box of matches sliding on a slippery street.
Ladies and gentlemen, old and dated and new, dudes and dudettes, what you're seeing here is what happened in Iran. This poster is a history. Right here was a man who said, people, come to the streets. Streets don't belong to army. Oil belongs to you, not to the cars. And guess what happens? $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. Any higher up, and that's it, it was done. And Marao bebus, Marao ya akharin bar. For the last time, give me a kiss. And all you can see here also, women were liberated. In the macho world, they looked like drags, but they were liberated, dancing as they wanted, as they wished. محبش چه بد کرد همه رو در به در کرد منو سگی پدر کرد شوهر کرد غلط کرد. That is one of the situations. What's happening right here? You're whispering Arab Iranian world, huh? What? But I can't really hear it. Nothing happening between them. And this beautiful lady, she did more than Sex and the City series did for the Western world's men. She opened up new gates about women and feminism inside Iran. We suddenly heard, "Gonah kardam gonahi por ze lezzat." I've seen such a sweet sin. But that's why I'm dar bakhshi mikam. And also here, if you have a good look, you can see this is not a demon, this is not an angel, this is an Iranian with wings. Yes, of course, we had flying Iranians in the ancient time. Iranians could fly, because in those days, sky was the limit. Yes, my friends. And look at this coin, which I cannot even reach. Yes, our currency was really valuable. Even dragons used it in Britain. And that man, right there, killed thousands and thousands because they believe they are equal to him. And, of course, this other man, he said, enough of dark ages.
He's a dictator who forced you to write a dictation about his fact as a fucking fact factory. It's making king in your ting. Go on strike. Please, turn off this fucking mic.
Censorship. In the massacre of my words, they beheaded my last line. And blood, ink-like, is hitting on paper. There's death stretched over the page, and life, like a window ajar, shattered by rock. And you gunners finished off the world, and I imported goods like through this alley's doors, am still the very meager room that emigrated. I, in my life, who am pen-like to the lines of this meager page, a mother. The The cat's paws are still prancing to scare the mouse, running for the hole they filled. In pursuit of the lesson I did at school, I'm no longer Jack the lover to my Jill. I'm doing my new homework. You cross it out. And in the girl who will tumble at this poem's end, build a house filled with a door open like a wound, and from in between the edges of death, like a room gone from this house, lived happily a girl who, wanting to make me her own, would throw morsels in her voice to tease me over to the temple of her body for my eyes to keep whirling and whirling to make a dervish of me again. How the eyes, these empty sockets in between the love-making of two, are thousand-handed. How this side of being where I am is still all the more other-sided in Iran. Fathered, mothered, my brothered, my condition is more critical than hers. Writing's more emasculated than me, and London, with its hair highlights and weather, is still sisterly awaiting. Death to stretch over my body, for life to kill me again. My heart is bleeding, for the poetless queue of words is getting longer, for the branchless sparrow who swallowed its twitter, for the restitution of a crow who has no overhead wire, for myself, gone from this house like electricity. I was somebody. Did the foolish thing, became a poet.